I'm probably a little slow, so if I take a little bit of time, I'm on a lot of drugs. A lot of drugs. Anti-inflammatory, acid reflux, Advil, Coke. Yeah, oh, hold on a second. My wife really said, you gotta stop. I'm on a lot of caffeine, not Coke. And probably a little meth. But that's it, nothing else. This is serious. You know, I was talking with a friend of mine. There's going to be something different going on this year. This is the first time in the history of NFL football they are going to have an all-female referee crew. All females. Funny part is I told this joke the other night, lady in the front row goes, is that a good idea? I'm not going to say that, but she can say that. It's funny. So, but you know, there's going to be things that are different about NFL women referees. So they had to make some adjustments. So first of all, the biggest change is they are not going to announce the penalties after the plays. Because the lady says, if you don't already know what you did wrong, she ain't going to tell you. Fair. We've all been there, right guys? Like, if you have to ask your wife what you did wrong, you're screwed. Just give it up. The other big change in the rules is they really had to enforce this with the ladies. They're only allowed to call penalties that occurred in this game. And who's here with his wife kind of laughed, looked at his wife. Oh, she's laughing. Okay, we can laugh too. But about 4 years ago, I moved to Florida and to go down to California. And so, you know, I was wondering, I haven't seen it. So last year you guys had just a ton of wildfires and bad smoke. Has it been bad this year? Has it been, okay, not so bad? So it's bad, but not like the world's coming to an end and, you know, that's better, so it's good. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but there's a lot of wildfires in Florida too. Did you guys know that? They're different in Florida. They wait for the trees to get up, they cut them down, they turn it into paper, put it into a book, and then burn it. So just a little bit different down there. It's, you know, and by the way, that's about the most political joke that I will do. To close just, and people. So I'm a two-time survivor. I didn't think it was going to happen to me twice. You never see it coming. You feel like you've gotten away from it, but yes, I have married twice. I'm on my second wife. Well, I'm not on her now because she didn't make the trip. But if she was here, she'd probably still be back at the hotel room. But I would have a chance with her tonight if she was in the hotel room watching murder, death, porn. Oh, I said it wrong. I said that earlier before. It's actually, she likes crime dramas. I just like calling it murder, death, porn. Do we have any crime drama women in here that really like the crime dramas? I had no freaking idea why my wife likes the crime dramas. I will tell you, I get a little scared when I see her taking notes. And conversely, just a side note, if anybody wants to vacation in Florida, I do have a job open as a food taster. Just, you know, it pays well. I will pay you at the end of the job. True story about this. I went on a cruise, and we were doing a cruise down the Rhine, which if I ever get a chance to do this. We were going through a castle tour, and they're walking through, and the guide goes, you know, the women used to marry older men because they had the money, they had all the castles and stuff like that. And when they would get too old, they would get rid of them and find a new husband. And she goes, does anybody know how they do that? My wife jumps to the front of the crowd and goes, yeah, they poison with hemlock. There's some growing right over there. You have not seen awkward looks until everybody on a cruise looks at you like, it was nice knowing you, sir. Hope you didn't pay for the crowd. She's paying for the stuff on here. I'm going in for sex. And she gives me the double hand push in the chest and says, get away from me. And I go, are you having a hot flash? Or as she likes to call it, her own personal summer. And she goes, yes. I said, is it a bad one? She goes, it's the fucking worst one I've ever had. It's so bad. And I said, I've got good news. She goes, what good news could you have? And I said, my toes are freezing right now. And she goes, really? And I said, let me show you. So I take my foot and I put it behind her knee, Yusa goes, I know what you guys were thinking. I put it behind her knee, and she goes, oh my God, that feels great. I said, I've got better news. What? She goes, my other foot, even colder. And so I put it behind her knee. She goes, great, is that awesome? She goes, yes, it's great. This is the best ever. It's so awesome. This is awesome. It's so good. And that is how we invented Senior 69.